Magandang araw mga kabayan. Ito po muli si Engineer Alejandro, isang OFW, ang inyong stock tambay. Muli handang magbahagi ng kwentong kalakal at kuro-kuro mula sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Kung bago ka pa lamang sa akin channel, huwag kalimutan mag-like, subscribe, share, at pindutin ang notification bell para updated ka sa bagong videos na aking i-upload. And we're here again, and let's start checking our PSEI index. PSEI index opens lower than the previous week, which is 6,540.32, and it went as low as 6,521.61, but went up high as 6,627.12 and closes at 6,603.81, which is 0.82% higher than the previous close, with a net foreign buying of negative 171.99 million. Imagine, even with the net foreign buy or sell of 171 million, we still close higher and with a bullish candle now. So as what we have discussed previously, before end of the 2024 last year, we are looking at the possible continuation of bounce, which happens the last week of the year. Okay, so let us draw it here. Dito natin tinignan yan, guys, yung ating possible bottom. Up to here, we have a support established here, and basically we have seen a bit of a bounce. Now, if you're going to follow this one, it appears that we have a resistance level at this area. Now, we'll just have to see by next week if we're going to have a continuation of this bounce or upward trend. Okay? Well, hindi pa naman yan siya really confirmed kung bounce or dead cat bounce ba siya. It might show a sideways movement before it breaks out of this area. But of course, since we are at the opening of 2025, most of the investors are optimistic, and we have experienced already almost half of last year as a huge selling pressure, and the chart continues to go down. That's why medyo baka naiinip na ang ating mga investors na nag-position sideline. So let's have a look at the MACD. MACD, as I've said, we already have a cross up, so it's only a matter of time until we reach the zero level, and it will pass above that zero level. Then now, so meaning MACD is a little bit bullish right now. So our moving average, okay, so meron na tayo, we already have a breakout of the 14 days moving average, and it is struggling to break out with the 21 days moving average. Now we are about to have a dead cross here. I'm not sure if there will be an effect, but if this one will cross, then we'll have a dead cross. But unfortunately, if we are going to experience that one, we might be able to bounce back, or go down again and experience a short selling pressure. However, we'll just have to wait and see, and it will the investors is going to decide whether it is about time to enter and pile up your position, because currently it is now cheaper. So let us proceed with our individual stock to make it more clear. Let's start with Ayala Corporation. So Ayala Corporation, the same movement with our PSCI index, currently below the trend channel. Now, nandito yung ating, it appears na nandito yung kanyang support. If it really bounces or stop the breakdown here, so kung legitimate na support zone to, it will stay and move sideways at this area, and we might expect na mag-aantay tayo for some time until magkaroon ulit ng optimism yung investors natin dito sa Ayala Corporation. Because okay, so currently nandun siya sa resistance from where the bottom, or from where the previous stop happened at this point. Okay, so meron yan dito. So although masasabi natin na huminto na siya, safe to say na pwede ka nang unti-unting bumili. And okay, so this is our Ayala Corporation. Let us take a look at the MACD. Okay, yung MACD niya nagkakaroon na ng cross up, so almost the same movement with our PSCI, meaning majority of our big caps are already moving at the same pattern. Okay, so in terms of moving averages, so yung 14 days moving average niya, andun siya. Most likely kung medyo napalakas-lakas siya, na break out niya na yan. And next one will be the 21 days. So are we going to experience also the dead cross here? Malayo yan. So most likely pwede rin mangyari, pero malayo siya, because if the sentiment will shift to optimism, then magka-curve up na yan, hindi na matutuloy yung cross down or yung dead cross na 50 and 200 days moving average. Okay, but as of now, as I have said, medyo wala pa, uncertain pa tayo, and yung sentiment sa kanya is still bearish. Okay, so proceed tayo kay Ayala Land. Ayala Land, medyo ayan, ang lalim na. However, yung kanyang insider are continuously buying, no? Merong share buyback palagi ito. Meron siyang program na share buyback, and ang kanyang pinaka support zone is here. Nag-consolidate yan dito previously, dito sa area na to. So most likely uulit lang yan. Dito siya nauntog. Sabihin na natin, okay, sige, sundan na natin to. So yung resistance niyan, since naka-breakout na siya dyan sa resistance niya under this one, so tatakbo pa siya. Pwede siyang mag-bounce up to here. Ilang percent ba yan? Actually, pinasok na natin to kasi ilang days na siya nag-bounce. So most likely kahit mag-consolidate ito, nag-start na tayo maglagay ng position natin. So almost 10% din siya, no? So kung umabot dito at medyo hindi ka pa sure, pwedeng kumuha ka na muna at baka sakaling makakuha ka sa sideways kahit na paunti-unti, no? So tingnan natin naman yung kanyang MACD. MACD cross up na, okay? Same yung movement niya with our Ayala Corporation as well as the PSEI index, no? However, they're still below the zero level. Then yung ating, okay, so meron pala siyang dead cross dito. Let us see what will be the reaction of our investors. If they're going to stay sidelines, then it's for them to decide, no? However, meron na rin tayong breakout dun sa 14 days moving average, and the next one will be the 21, and until such time na ma-break niya itong level na to, tsaka lang yung kakaroon ng curve up yan. So meaning magsi-shift na ulit yung kanyang sentiment, and ang laki na kasi ng binagsak niya, no? Nakailan na, 40% na. So hopefully kung up to middle of the year abutin mo yung 40% na yan, if you are having a good amount of position, then malaki na rin yan ang 40%, no? Okay, so next is individual stock is BDO. Our BDO, okay, so it appears na nagsa-sideways siya. Ito yung ating trend channel. Most likely kung hindi na siya babalik dyan at mag-form na siya ng panibagong trend channel, then tsaka na natin iguguhit yan, ano? But currently, dito tayo titingin kung saan siya huminto. So, nandito yung kanyang support level or support zone. So, in a micro duration of our chart, makikita natin na huminto na dito. Medyo nagko-consolidate siya dito sa level na to. Bakit? Baka meron siyang previous level of support. Okay, so most likely dito siguro. Sa sideways lang siya. So undecided siya, oh. So baka hindi dyan. Tingnan natin. And yung MACD niya, okay, so malapit na rin naman siya. If magkaroon ng malakas na push dito yan, bigla magsi-shift yan, curve up, down, upward, and malapit na siya dun sa zero level. Then yung ating moving averages, tingnan natin. Okay, so medyo tagal-tagal pa. So kung mapapansin natin guys, no, halos lahat kapag talaga pababayan, most likely medyo magkakaroon tayo ng possible dead cross, no, between 200 and 50-day moving average. So most likely dito mag-a-appear yan. Kaya hindi natin masisi yung mga investor kung nasa sideline pa rin sila, no? So we'll just have to wait what will happen and when will the sentiment shift to optimism. Okay, but as of this moment, sideways siya pero nasa taas pa rin yan, ano? Okay, so let's move forward to our favorite stock. By the way, itong mga stocks nito is already included in our most active, meaning in terms of volume, palaging meron yan. Kaya nga, kung sakaling itutulak yan or gagalaw or bababa, merong suporta palagi or Pag mag-alisan, syempre malakas din. Okay, so intact pa rin. Nandun pa rin siya sa trend channel niya. So medyo nangangapa pa si Jollibee, nananansya. Upward na yung kanyang positive na yung kanyang MACD. Pag umakyat siya, if it will continue to go up, then most likely i-challenge niya yung kanyang historical high na. No, hindi pala siya historical high, ito pala historical high. Okay, so moving averages, nasa taas na pala. So medyo tinulak pa rin siya, although mas mababa siya dun sa previous close nun. Red candle siya, pero hammer pa rin. So tinutulak talaga siya kung mapapansin mo. May nagtutulak sa kanya, no? So pinipilit siya umakyat. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyari, kung kakayanin niya. Pero meron na siyang higher low. Kung masustain niya yung level na yan, then maganda para sa mga investors because it will continue to perform well. Okay? Ayan. So nandyan yung kanya current support dahil dyan siya nagko-consolidate, no? Okay, so yun yung kay Jollibee natin. Tingnan natin yung ating sunod na stock, which is JGS. Ano na nangyari? Si JGS ang ating pinaka battered na blue chips, iniwanan to kasi hindi maganda yung kanyang performance, kaya nag-breakdown. Okay, so although ayan, kuminto na yan dito sa level na to. So, meaning, meron na siyang na-establish na support. However, ang tanong dyan, hindi pa rin niya nababasag to. Nag-attempt na naman siya rito, pero hindi niya mabasag. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng mag-sideways pa rin siya dito sa range na to. Between 19.64 and 21.95 until such time ma-break niya to, then dun lang natin masasabi na maaaring nag-shift na yung kanyang trend. Okay, MACD cross up, medyo bullish na rin at pinapasok na ng investor, continuous yung green niya. However, kailangan niya i-break itong resistance zone na yan. Moving averages, okay. So, halos pare-pareha sila, no? Na-break na nila yung 14 days, 21 days, hindi pa. Then, we will just have to see by next week kung ano mag-performance and sentiment sa ating market in terms of the blue chips stocks. Okay? Kasi right now, yung mainit sa mga investors ay yung mga small caps. Maliliit lang yung niya, kaya madali siyang itulak, no? Kaya lang ang problema pagka biglang medyo na late ka tapos biglang iniwanan, malaki din yung magiging loss mo. Anyway, ingat lang mga brothers, guys, and katambays. Ingat lang sa pagpasok sa mga klaseng stocks. Okay, so tingnan natin by next week if JGS is going to confirm its bounce. Okay, next is yung banking naman tayo, Metrobank. So what happened with Metrobank? Okay, so yung Metrobank mukhang na siya. Okay, so mukhang ready na siyang bumalik, although higher low pa rin yan. Okay, so sabihin na natin na under the state of sideways pa rin yan. Andito siya. So till such time na mabasag niya yan, then tsaka lang natin confirm na palabas siya. But for now, we will expect na magsa-sideways siya dito sa range na to. Okay, mark din niya. Okay, so going to cross up but still below zero level, no? And yung kanyang moving averages, okay, so mas maganda pa nga yung moving average niya kasi kagaya siya ni Jollibee, and nandun pa rin siya sa within the upward trend pa rin siya in the bigger scale. Okay, so ayan, medyo nag-i-struggle siya dito sa area na to, which happens to be at the resistance zone, kaya medyo nahirapan siya. Pero isang malakas na push lang yan, magsi-shift na agad yung sentiment sa kanya. Anyway, big cap stocks yan. So next stock tayo yung GT Cap. What happened with our GT Cap? Okay, so GT Cap medyo may magandang catalyst to GT Cap within the range of upward trend channel in the longer scale. Pero sige, lagay natin yan, kaya lang masyadong mahaba na yan tanggalin natin. Hold on, dito lang tayo sa maigsi, no? So in a short period of, sabihin na natin mid last year, ito yung kanyang trend channel. Yan ang tinitingnan natin. So nauntog siya, meaning kailangan niyang makawala dito sa support zone at range, kumbaga sa range na to, dahil dito siya nag-i-struggle, no? Ayan, struggle siya dito. Most likely kung titingnan ko yan, dito na yan, dito yan. Kaya natin ilagay. So pagka nabasag niya yan, then nakalabas na siya. So yung MACD niya going up pero below zero pa rin, and yung moving averages niya, ayun, nandun siya, nagtatalo pa. Ayun, meron ba siyang dead cross? Wala pa. So most likely baka magkaroon din ng cross between 50 days and 200 days moving averages, na? Okay, so yun lang muna yan. We just have to wait and see. Kung hindi ka pa komportableng pumasok, then sideline ka muna and wait until magkaroon ng malakas na pagtulak, no, sa market sa ating mga blue chips. Okay, so obviously downward, kaya wag na nating i-draw yung trend channel, and yung kanyang support area ay nandito. So ayan, nauuntog siya rin. So malabo pa to si SMPH, andito yung range niya, no? So most likely magsa-sideways yan. Kung hindi niya kayang i-sustain yung kanyang current support, then magbe-breakdown na naman yan. However, masyado na mababaw, ganda na mag-invest sa kanya. Alam ka namang pandemic level pa rin siya, very cheap na yan, very attractive na nga yan I don't know kung bakit dahil siguro sa balita na na daw, masyado ng maraming oversupply yung condominium units. Si SMPH ang may pinakamaraming condominium units sa Metro Manila. So maybe naapektuhan sila ng balita na yan. So currently yung MACD is cross up, kaya lang mahina masyado, no? That's why we said baka mag-sideways siya until mag-decide yung mga investors na pasukin. So most likely ang magtutulak dito is foreign, which is normally yun naman talaga, dahil yun nga, SMPH is masyadong one of the biggest, no, one of the biggest volume, no, ng capacity ng in terms of stocks dito sa ating stock market. Kaya pagka tinulak yan, siguradong tatalon yan. And yung moving averages, of course, nasa ibabaw lahat. Pakita mo, hindi niya kaya, masyado pa siyang weak. And meron na rin siyang dead cross. So since nag dead cross siya, bumaba siya, baka tapos na yung epekto niya. So consolidate na lang yan, hintayin mo na lang para mag-curve up ulit and recover din sa kanyang dip. Okay, so I guess yun lang muna, guys. And first of all, before we end, I would like to greet all of you a happy new year to everyone. It is the first weekend of the year 2025 and the market is showing a glimpse of optimism. As mentioned last time, we expect the sentiment to shift since we have seen a bit of bounce before end of last year despite of investor sideline mode because of uncertainties. Okay, so now we have seen the second trading day of the year closing higher. Although the focus of most investors are on the small caps stocks. Well, I can presume that our blue chip stocks will slowly but surely start to recover every time optimism start to manifest in the market, even initially through small caps. Kasi as we have said, yun nga, kita naman natin yung small caps nagsisimula na silang pumasok dyan. Then it will be followed by the blue chips stocks. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if our perception of shift of trend already started. Only one way to find out, and that is of course to continue monitoring and look for possible continuation of buyers optimism to again enter and start positioning to their favorite blue chip stocks. Well, I guess that's it for now, guys, and hope to see you again next week. That's it for this week and hope to see you again next week. Have a nice and happy weekend to all of the stock tambays. At yan ang kabuuan ng ating update for this week. Kung kayo ay mayroong stocks na nais ninyo maisama sa ating susunod na review, ay maaari po kayo magpadala ng mensahe sa aking YouTube channel na OFW Average Trader. Pwede rin pong ipadala ang inyong mensahe sa aking email address na nakalagay sa description box. Maaari din po kayo mag-send ng message sa aking Twitter o kaya ay sa aking Facebook page na Engineer Alejandro Magno. Muli po tayo nag-aanyaya na mag-request ng stocks na nais ninyo matalakay natin sa mga susunod na mga araw. Bibigyan po natin ng sapat na oras at pag-aaral ang inyong request upang mas maunawaan ninyo ang kasalukuyang galaw ng stocks na nais ninyong ating i-discuss. At dyan po nagtatapos ang ating video sa linggong ito. Huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe, paki-like na din po at i-share ang aking channel sa inyong mga kaibigan, kapamilya o sa iba pa nating kababayan na naghahanap ng passive income. Hanggang dito na lang po at magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Happy New Year mga kabayan. Ciao!